Hi everyone, it's Breanna Marie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so incredibly happy that you're here. Today is Q&A day, so I asked everyone on Insta Stories to submit a question. It can be personal, can be about my wedding, career, how I knew my baby Charles was the one for me, like all of the things. So let's jump right into it. I have all the questions in my iPad. I screenshot them all. I love these types of videos because I feel like you get to connect with creators and just people you follow on the internet on a more deeper personal level, which I love. So let's start. Are you a full-time content creator? If not, what do you do for a living? Great question. I am not a full-time content creator. I produce my organic and paid content, my paid brand deals on the weekends or after work. So I'm kind of in the mix in that sense. And then what I do for work, I am a marketing professional. I don't want to give too many details about my job because the internet is a very scary place. People have so many resources to just tap into your life and like dig deep. So that like very much scares me. But I am a marketing professional. That's what I went to school for. And I have been in my industry in this field for almost 10 years. So that's that. Okay, next. How's life in Richmond for a Cali girl? Life in Richmond is quite literally amazing. Honestly, when Charles and I first started dating, I was like, there's no way that I am ever moving to Richmond or living in Richmond. But visiting him like every other month and him visiting me in LA, like it just grew on me. Richmond is a hidden gem and there are better things that I can say about it, honestly. Like, it's a small city, but you still feel like there's so much to do. The restaurant scene is amazing. The shopping could help, you know, we need a little bit of help with the shopping scene, but that's what DC is for. DC is 2 hours away. I have my necessities for shopping here, and there's always online shopping. They have really great just boutique, like Richmond local places, like my Pilates studio. It's a boutique Pilates studio. I love going into it. I have the best time here. The only thing that like I'm not too keen about here is the pollen. Yeah, that was crazy. Like going out to your car every day and seeing like a shield of yellow and green, and you know, I've never had allergies before, but something goes on whenever the pollen comes. So, but what can you do? So yes, I love Richmond, and Charles and I always say this to each other, like we could literally live anywhere together as long as we're together. So Richmond was just the easy choice. When I was in LA, I was actually looking for condos or townhomes to buy, and everything just didn't work out for me. Like someone always submitted a higher offer or an all cash offer, or something fell through and it just like didn't work. And I tried for years to be a homeowner in Los Angeles. Not to say that that won't ever happen, but in this season of life, it just was meant to be that we were going to live in Richmond, and I love it here. Also, I'm very close to my little brother Bradley, who goes to Howard, and then a lot of my friends who we went to Howard with still live in DC, so we get to visit them all the time, or they come here. It's a very easy, quick trip. Okay, your outfits are always on point. Why did you stop styling? So if you're new here, I did have a styling business that I formed in 2017, and I loved it so much. I had the best time working with brands, working with clients, and pulling looks for them, and just creating like phenomenal, amazing pieces for people to wear. And it literally brought me so much joy until it didn't, which is why I stopped it. Like it started feeling like work and like something like, well, I really don't have to do this. So why should I like be dealing with X, Y, and Z when I can just stop it? It's not fun for me. I would have like towards the end of my styling business, I would have new clients, none of my old clients who I love, like new clients who would treat me bad and just say, well, I need this by this date, and you need to get like, skirt, hold up. Okay, I don't need to do a thing. But, you know, I was always very professional and I bowed out gracefully. And actually, I don't even really think I like had an explanation to like people as to why I stopped. But like when past clients would reach out to me, I would tell them just like personally, and I would refer them to one of my colleagues who's also my line sister. Her name is Krista McGowan. She owns Critique Consulting. She's phenomenal. So if you need styling needs, image consulting needs, she's your girl. And that's that. Also, I just preferred content creation better for myself and like for brands. Like I was literally just styling myself in the brand's clothes or promoting the brand's product or whatever it may be, instead of having to style other people who had opinions. And it's like, if you reached out to a stylist, you clearly want someone else's opinion and not your own. So it just got to be too much. And I started making more money with content creation, which I'm very, very happy about. Okay, your wedding should be coming up soon, 2025 or 2026. Can you share any details? Okay, so my wedding is in 2025. It's in the spring, and it's going to be in Los Angeles. So I'm very excited about that. That's really the gist of what I'm going to share. Like I said, the internet is a scary place, and I don't want to put too many details out there. And also, I think it'll be fun to share on social media as, you know, I get videos in and photographs in. And I hired a wedding content creator. Her name is Bianca Lokeen. Hey girl, she is amazing at what she does. So I'm very excited for her to create like behind the scenes and cool like wedding content and like, you know, trending sounds and things like that that I don't want to think about when I'm like getting ready for my wedding. Even though that stuff is fun for me and I love to be creative, like it's nice to have someone do that for me. So you'll know more about wedding details as we get there, but it's happening very soon. It's this year, it's this spring, it's in Los Angeles. I'm excited. Get ready for the looks, because you know me, there are gonna be some looks, okay? The fashion, and all of our closest friends and family are going to be there, and I am beyond excited. Yay. Okay. You and Charles seem to be great together. How did you know he was the one? So Charles and I met at a wedding in Temecula. Our dear friends were getting married. I was a guest at their micro wedding, and I had literally just met, hey, Ashley and Dewan. I met them maybe a year prior, maybe not even that. And so I felt very honored and blessed that they invited me to their micro wedding. 50 people, invite little old me. But they wouldn't have it any other way. And that's when I met Charles. Charles was the best man. And I remember, I'll insert some photos from the wedding. I remember like taking a picture of the tablescape at the reception because it was so beautiful. And Charles was literally pretty much across from me. And I look back on that picture all the time. I was like, oh my God, the love of my life was literally sitting across from me. I didn't even know his name. And then when he gave his best man speech, I was like, oh my God. Okay. And I just thought he had a girlfriend, because I'm like, this guy is like a catch. Like, he's an amazing public speaker. He speaks with such conviction. Like, he was handsome, dressed well, haircut was nice. Like, he was groomed. Like, I was like, oh my God. But I thought he had a girlfriend. So I went on my merry way. I was solo at that wedding. And then at the after party, we were all in a group of people and we were all talking. And then all of a sudden it was just Charles and I standing there. Everyone left. And he asked me if I wanted to grab a drink with him, and we shared some cheesecake and some wine, and we talked for hours and hours and hours. And as we were leaving to go back to the party bus, this random person stopped us on the street and was like, you two look really good together. We were both like, thanks. Like, we didn't say like, oh, we're not with this person, or I just met him. Like, it just felt right with him from the very beginning. We were long distance for almost a year. No, for a little over a year. And then after he proposed, I moved here to Richmond. And we've just been inseparable. Like, from the day we met, we used to FaceTime every single day when we were long distance. And every single day after the FaceTime call, like when we were ending the call, he would pray and then I would pray, and he would pray, then I would pray. He was super intentional with our relationship. He always like took the lead in things, took the lead in our faith, took the lead in praying, took the lead in saying, hey, do you want to do like a wine down Wednesday over FaceTime and have like a date with wine on Wednesday and like talk about the wine and talk about things? And hey, do you want to have a dinner date on FaceTime? I'll Zelle you some money, and what do you want to do? Italian this week, Mexican this week? And it was just so nice and so refreshing to be with a man who led and truly wanted me in a relationship. And we became official like a month after talking, and then engaged a year after dating. So it all made sense. He was a God-fearing man, a wonderful man. He treated his family chef's kiss. Like, that man and his family go like it's just so refreshing and nice. And he just made me feel safe. And I think the number one thing aside from being God-fearing, that is number one. The number two thing was Charles lets me be me. Like, if y'all know me, I'm sassy, I'm fun, I'm in your face a little bit. If you really know me. If you don't really know me, I can be kind of an introvert, like in some settings. But most of the time, I'm like out there, and he just stands back and smiles and looks at me and takes my photos and videos and hopping around the street trying to capture the content. Like, he is on it, and I love that for me, and I love that for him, because he truly just supports me. He lets me be me and my silly self. So I love him. I love you, Charles. Okay, next question is, will you be sharing couples content, you and your fiance, on your YouTube channel? I mean, if he wants to be in the content, this is mostly about me. But like, if it like makes sense for him to be in it, like maybe we do like, I don't know, a story time, or like maybe we did a video on TikTok that I think really resonated with people about what helped us when it came to long distance relationships. So maybe he'll come on here for that, but mostly it's just going to be me, which I hope y'all love. And he'll have little cameos here and there, but if he wants to be in the content, he sure can. Okay. Okay, next. What do you do for work? Do you like it? Any advice getting into the industry? So I kind of answered that question. I work in marketing. I've been basically working in corporate marketing for almost 10 years. Any advice? So my advice would just be to start where you can and apply to everything. And if you need to start at the bottom, if that's an industry that you really want to get into, marketing, then just do that, because you're going to grow. Also, I would say it's super important when you're on the job and you're learning to be extremely resourceful. You're not going to know the answer to every question. You're not going to know how to do every single thing. But guess what? Google is our friend. And now we have AI and all of these things that can really help you kind of figure out, like, okay, I don't understand this, but like, how can I do it? Like, I learn on the job to this day. And I think that's so important to continue to learn, because then your job gets boring. So be resourceful, continue to learn, start at the bottom if you need to, and really like research what industry you want to be in, because you may think you want to work in marketing, or you may think you want to work in finance, but once you get in it, you're like, I don't really like this. So really try to do that. Okay. What is on your wish list for this year? Ooh, a fashion question. Okay. So I have a note, and I always add to it. I don't know if it has synced up. Oh, it has, to my iPad. I just got this iPad. Thank you, Mom and Dad. So I have a to-buy wish list. So I will preface this by saying I am an Hermes girl. I love the brand. I love the bags. I think they're classic. I think they're a classic staple, a classic shape. I think they're gonna have longevity in my wardrobe. And so I am really trying to build that. So I would love a Birkin 25 in black with gold hardware, in gold with gold hardware, and I would love like a fun colored Birkin. Any color, really, maybe orange. I want a Birkin 30, I want a Birkin 35, I want a Birkin 40 for travel, and just a wide range of colors. I just think the Birkin is such a classic staple hero piece. Like, I'll carry my Birkin with a matching sweatsuit and a trench coat and go to the airport. Like, that's my vibe. So that's on my wish list, and it's coming soon, because I get what I want, and that's that. We should all have that mentality. Okay, also I want a Picotin. I love the Picotins. I think that's definitely coming very soon. I think they're a cute, just like catch-all, carry-all bag, crook of arm bag. Love them. Okay, I have the Louis Vuitton Atlantis GM, and I'm putting up pictures of everything that I want. I saw this bag on TikTok. Someone posted it, and I was like, this is a really fun shape. It's very cool. I don't see this Louis Vuitton being carried really ever. So you're mine soon. I have the Saint Laurent Bia YSL tote bag. That's a cute bag. Like I said in my last video, my bag video, I want to start incorporating bigger bags into my wardrobe. I just think at the season of life that I am right now, like, I love me a mini bag, but I need a big bag for things. You know, some things I need to add more and carry more around. So let's see. JW Anderson small chain shoulder bag. That's a really cute bag. It's at a very good price point too. It's really always on sale on Farfetch, so I just need to bite the bullet and get it after the wedding. And then for shoes, I have the LV Cozy Flat Comfort Clog. I'll put a picture. That's my vibe when it comes to flats. I'm really not a ballet flat girl. If it is, I like to have like my heel out, or it has to be a ballet flat that's very comfortable. And this is why. I used to work at Nordstrom. When did I work at Nordstrom? It was in college, a summer during college at Howard. And I worked in the women's shoe department. And I was on my feet all day selling shoes, okay? And we had to wear like comfortable shoes. And at the time, God, when was that? Like in 2011, 2010, I don't even know when, like really ballet flats were the only type of cool and acceptable flat. I wasn't wearing heels to be on my feet all day. And so the flats like rubbed my feet every single day. I could never find a good flat, but like that's what I had to wear. I couldn't wear a sneaker. There weren't like, I mean, I don't even know if loafers were really in at that point. They might have been, and I just might have not like caught on to it. So I'm not truly a ballet flat girl unless like my ankle's out or maybe my heel's out. Like I gotta breathe somehow, or it's like mesh or like a really like soft leather. Like I would love to try a Chanel flat, but from the things that I see, like sometimes like, you know, I feel like it may hurt a little bit. I don't know. I could try it though. Anyway, where was I going with this? Shoes. So the Comfort Clog, it's super cute. It's a very me shoe. I have a Coach kind of backless clog, and I think it's just perfect. It goes with everything, and it's comfortable. And then Gucci has a similar like slipper clog situation. Oh, the sun's coming out again. Okay. And accessories, SLGs. I would love a Louis Vuitton train case. I think that's what it's called. I'll put a picture. And a few sizes and some more of their pouches just to like update my travel like necessities, travel pouches for toiletries and makeup and things like that. Like I have a really good set from Bloomingdale's. It's by Stony Clover, their Bloomingdale's collab, and it's really cute, but I just want to update because who wouldn't? Okay, so that's my wish list and I'm constantly adding to it. I'm also always adding to just my notes in general, like saving things that I want to buy, because I'll forget it. Okay, next is your major at Howard and how did you land your job? So my major at Howard was marketing, and that's what I got my degree in and graduated in. Fun fact, I did not walk at graduation. That's another story for another time, but I do have my degree. So my major was marketing, and I initially applied to Howard and got into Howard as an undecided major. So I was undecided my freshman and sophomore year, and then I think freshman year, second semester, I decided that I wanted to transfer to the School of B or School of Business, but you have to take a lot of prerequisites. You have to have a certain GPA. You got to do a lot of things to get into the School of B, which is why they say if you get in, don't leave. So it took me not a minute, but I had to like take all the things, and then I transferred to the School of B my junior year, and that was that. Okay, what was the second part? How did you land your job? So my first job out of college was an assistant at BCBG Max Asger Group for the vice president of wholesale stores. That is a mouthful. So I really wanted to work in fashion, like that was my dream, and I did. I worked in corporate fashion for a little bit, and I landed the job. I initially interviewed for a different assistant job in like the retail department, and I didn't get that. Like I literally fumbled that interview. Like I made no sense because I was so nervous. And then I connected with the recruiter on LinkedIn, and I just messaged her and I was like, if you have any other positions open, can you please let me know? And she said, we have another assistant position open. We would love for you to interview for it. And I got it. So that job literally taught me, like I said before, how to be resourceful. I knew nothing about working in the corporate world. I knew nothing about working in corporate fashion, but I learned on the job, and I was pretty good at my job. I had a time. There were some moments when I cried in the bathroom, but I had a time, and honestly, it made me stronger. It made me to be able to put myself in uncomfortable situations and like figure it out, and also help me to realize that I am that girl. I got this. Like I'm here for a reason. Let's keep it moving. And then from then on, it's just the experience you gain and like building up your resume. A lot of the times it's who you know as well, how you land certain jobs, but it has to be like who you are. Like you got to know what you're doing. You can learn some things on the job, but you got to learn what you're doing. So that's that. Okay, next. What is your favorite brand collab you've done so far? So I feel so incredibly grateful and blessed and thankful to be getting paid brand collabs. Like, there was a time where I was just like, God, when is this gonna happen for me? And um, I feel really happy. So my favorite so far has been with Anthropologie Weddings for several reasons. One reason is I'm an anthro shopper. I'm an anthro girl, always have, always been. So it's like a full circle moment to be working with a brand that I actually love and shop often. Two, I got to do this partnership and this collaboration with two of my favorite people. My fiance, he made a cameo in the video. And then one of my besties, Krisha, we went to Howard together and we were on the cheer team, and she was there for me, and she always is, and she filmed that brand collab for me. She got all my angles, she knew what she needed to do, and we had so much fun together that day. And it was a very special moment for us because she wasn't there when I was trying on my wedding dresses, so she got to be here when I'm trying on wedding dresses at Anthropologie Weddings. Like, it was just nice and fun. So thank you, Cree, and thank you, my baby Charles. Okay, how did you get into fashion? I guess that's, when I interned at Gucci. So one summer after Howard, my mom and I were shopping at Santana Row in San Jose, California. That's where I'm from. I'm from the Bay Area, Cupertino. And when we were leaving, or like paying or something, my mom went up to a sales associate at Gucci and she was like, do you guys have summer internship program? And then the associate was like, oh, I don't know. Let me like talk to our general manager and all the things. And lo and behold, I ended up getting an internship, and I interned at Gucci for like 2 summers and a winter, like a winter break. And from that moment, it really just showed me that my mom is a boss. Okay, she like goes after what she wants and she just asks. And it showed me that like I can't be afraid to ask anymore in the future. Like, all someone can say is no. So that kind of kickstarted my career in fashion and like my more of my love for fashion. But I've always loved fashion since I was a little girl. Like, there was no denying when I walked into Limited 2, I would have heart palpitations. Like, where are those pants I can zip into shorts? Y'all know. So I've always loved fashion. I used to collect fashion magazines and reference them and cut things out. And before there was Instagram, there was fashion magazines and there was fashion blogs, and that was definitely me. Loved every minute of it. Okay, next. Are you a full-time content creator? If not, what do you do for a living? I answered that. I work in marketing, and I'm not a full-time content creator. I do all my paid brand collabs and filming and creating organic content on the weekends or after work. How do you budget for wardrobe updates? If I could be very honest, I don't really do that because I have never really had to update my wardrobe in full capacity. Right now, I'm at the time in my life where I'm just adding to it. But I will say this, if you're trying to make like an overhaul update to your wardrobe, I would start by subscribing to brands and retailers that you love. For me, it's a lot. It's Saks, it's Everlane, it's Nordstrom Rack, it's Bloomingdale's, the list goes on and on and on. Madewell, J. Crew, like Gap, just like staple pieces that I like. The Outnet, that I like to shop. Farfetch, I can go on and on. And wait till they have sales. Wait till they have like a discount code for joining, 20% off, 15% off, summer sale. Like, wait for the sales. Figure out when those sales are coming, and then incorporate the pieces that you want to add to your wardrobe into your current budget. I don't know if you have a weekly budget, a monthly budget, a quarterly budget. Just work it in. And like, you don't need to go crazy. Like, if you can't, do a $10,000 wardrobe overhaul right now, or a $5,000 or even a $500, wait on it. Get a couple pieces here and there that you're going to be able to wear for a long, long time, and you're going to be able to style differently and do it that way. And so right now for me, I add things to my wardrobe that I need. Like, I'm always going to need a plain white tee, a plain white long sleeve tee. I'm always going to need some jeans because those are the things that I wear all the time. I'm always going to need, I shouldn't say need, I should say want. I'm always going to want like a cool statement coat or an everyday coat, a cool little jacket, etc. And so I'm like, okay, well, this month I actually can get this. Let me go ahead and do this and incorporate it into my budget. And there you go. But it's different for everybody. What tips can you give to brides planning a wedding? The first tip I would say is to hire a wedding planner. Because my wedding planner is the best. Her name is Anna Mitchell. She is one of my besties. She is also a bridesmaid, and she helped plan my bachelorette party and is planning my bridal shower. So she is my go-to. She's super good at what she does. She's very smart, very organized. She reviews our contracts. She makes sure that all of our budget is taken care of in a huge, what is it? Excel spreadsheet, Google share. I don't even know. She'd just be doing it, okay? And she's been doing it for a long time. So she knows the vendors. She knows what things should cost. She knows what time she needs to do this, and this, and incorporate into the schedule. Like, I didn't want to have to deal with any of that. So hiring a wedding planner was amazing, and she's doing an awesome job. And then the second tip of advice, I would say, if you are planning your own wedding, or even if you just want more control of your wedding, I would say build out some decks for your vendors. For example, I'm building out a photography deck for our photographer with shots that I want him to take. So whether that be outside, inside, like I love this inspiration I saw from this couple they did on the dance floor. Like I just have all of these photos in a deck that he can reference and try to recreate them for us in our own way. And then maybe a deck for your bridal party, where to meet, what dress to wear, how you want your hair, the makeup artist coming at this time, like just being super organized so that everyone knows what's going on. And then the third tip is for my friend Jessica, who just got married. And when she was planning her wedding with her now husband, she would say, like, whenever they just couldn't decide on something or wanted to take a break from like talking about the wedding, that's what they would do. They would literally just stop talking about it, take a break, and do something that they love. So like go out to dinner. And that's what Charles and I did. We would like go out to dinner or like go downstairs and watch a movie. I would make cocktails, we'd have some popcorn, and we would just like enjoy being us and not talking about the wedding. I turned on a light because it got a little bit gloomy. I hope it turns out okay, y'all. We'll see. I tried to film this on a sunny day, but it's weird. Anyway, okay. Next question. How is your faith connected to your relationship? So my faith is very deeply rooted in our relationship. I think I kind of mentioned it before, like when Charles and I would FaceTime, we would both pray. God is literally at the center of Charles and I's lives and our relationship. And I think I know that's why our relationship is so successful. Listen, I know we're not married yet. Like no one's perfect. Relationships aren't perfect, but God is perfect, and he makes our relationship just wonderful. Being able to pray with someone that you love every single day, like it just brings me joy. I can be having like a really hard day at work or just tired or whatever it may be, and Charles and I reading a devotional together will lift my spirits. And Charles and I, praying together will lift my spirits, or Charles and I going to church together will lift my spirits. And even if I'm not having a bad day and everything's going great, like God just makes it better. So when I was praying for my future husband, I prayed that he was a God-fearing man and he can lead us in our faith. And that is exactly what he's doing. And I'm so, so grateful, thankful, blessed for all of the things. Okay. How can someone add fashion into their corporate business wear? I would say just be that girl. Like literally, like even if you are in a very business professional setting, you can still like be yourself in your outfits. And what I mean by that, like, what do you like to do? Do you like a cinch waist? Add like a different color belt. Add like a fun texture belt to your high waist pants or your pencil skirt. Do you always really wear just like a matching pantsuit or skirt suit? How about we switch it up a little bit and add color to it? Like wear a bright red skirt suit and a white pump. See how that goes down in the courtroom, okay? So yeah, just experimenting with the things that you already love by like swapping out the colors, trying something new, trying new silhouettes, maybe print. Maybe you can add like a printed scarf if you're not really too into prints, or a printed shoe. Like, you can play around with your accessories and your bag. Like, why not carry a pink briefcase if that's your vibe? Or if you're more into neutrals, maybe try elevating the current things that you like to wear. Like, for instance, maybe you shop at Zara for all your business wear. Why don't you try the Outnet or Totem or Bloomingdale's and see what new things they've got going on? Because you may find a designer that you really, really like what they do. Their play on draping or whatever it may be. So that's what I would do to incorporate my office attire. Little known fact, I was the best dressed in the office when I went into the office. I work from home now. I'd be up and down them hallways in pink pumps, cute little skirts, blazers, chunky knits. Like that was what kind of kept me going and excited to go to work. 'Cause I love my manager, but also just being able to dress up for work. That was fun for me. Tips on learning how to style your clothes. So I plan on doing an entire YouTube video on this because I think we can go really in depth. But to make it a little bit shorter, the number one tip to do when you're trying to style your clothes is to love your wardrobe down, honey. Okay? You got to love every single piece in your closet. So you've got to build out a wardrobe that you're really excited about. Clothes that make you feel beautiful, that make you feel confident, that make you feel comfortable. And when you have all those things combined, you're gonna treat, the concrete jungle like your runway, okay? You're gonna be stomping the yard. That's what I do. Y'all see me across them crosswalks. Because I love my clothes. They make me feel so excited to like live in life, and fashion makes the world go round for me. So you've got to build out your wardrobe with items that you like. And when it comes to, I guess, getting fashion inspiration, maybe you really don't know what to wear, you can definitely peruse Pinterest and things like that. But I really want to focus on what you truly innately love. Like for me, I love basic tops, and I pair them with statement coats, statement jackets, fun jeans, cool silhouettes, things like that. And I base my outfit around the top. Like if you look at my closet now, that it's filled with basic necessities, and I only have a handful of statement tops because that's just not really my thing right now. Will that change? Maybe, but I love me a good basic situation, but I like it elevated too. Like I have so many white tops, black tops, navy turtlenecks, things like that, but I didn't have a fuchsia pink. So guess what? I got me a little fuchsia pink turtleneck. It's Gap, and I love it. It's a basic staple piece, but it's such a fun, vibrant, cool color. So when you're wanting to style clothes and try new things, you've got to revert back to, what do I like to wear? I like to wear denim almost every single day, but I feel like it's getting boring. Add like a fun belt. Try a different wash. Maybe you've been doing high-waisted too much, I know, dare I say. Maybe do a mid-rise. I tried mid-rise and I actually liked it. Oh my God. Anyway, so I hope that was helpful with how to style your clothes, like tips. But I am going to have a full-blown YouTube video on that, which I'm excited about. Okay, where do you draw fashion inspiration from? Oh, that's good. I kind of sort of answered that. So honestly, like I said, it's innately in me. Like the things I wear, like I feel something when I look in my closet, which is why it's so meticulous. Like I know where every single thing is, and I just build inspiration from that. I have my favorite, creators and designers and people that I follow. Like I love Monroe Steele, I love Janae Naylor, I love Tanika B, I love Morgan Stewart McGraw, I love Jasmine Tookes. And is my style exactly like all of them? No, but I like the way they curate outfits sometimes. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, maybe I'll try that out, but do a little twist. That's the key. You got to make it your own to make it your personal style. So when I'm getting inspiration, I also will get it when I'm shopping. Like in store, I see like how the mannequins are styled and put together. I'm like, oh my God, that is actually really cool. Mixing metals, mixing prints. This is so fun for spring. I want to try this. So I get inspiration from like that visual aspect, and then I'll also get inspiration from online shopping, how they curate, newsletters and things like that. So it's a culmination of things, but mostly It's me. Okay, who are your favorite designers? This is fun. So I love Ganni. I don't own anything from Ganni, but I sure love looking at the website. They have there are some things that I want to buy. I love Gucci. That will always and forever be my favorite designer. I love Christopher John Rogers. His play with color is just spectacular. I own the Christopher John Rogers dress from J. Crew, that little rainbow dress I wore for my birthday. I was like, I need this immediately. And then he did a collaboration with Target as well, and I have a beautiful green dress from his. I love Sergio Hudson. I love Chloe. I could honestly go on and on and on. There are so many great designers, but those are just like on the top of my head. Let's see. But like my go-to places to like shop, like, you know, everyday designers for now, because, you know, we always evolve. And I'll probably still always wear those things too. But I love J. Crew. I love Gap for basics. Gap, don't sleep on Gap. Their basics are such good quality, so well made. They are always having a sale. I love Farfetch. I love the Outnet. The Outnet basically is like every designer you can think of and at a fraction of the price. So it's all like kind of last season stuff, but I don't care about that. Like I care about the designer and like how well it's made. Like I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm focusing on purchasing clothes that are, again, going to last a lifetime in my closet and again are really well made. So like I can be online shopping and I see a dress for $298, but the composition is not cotton, it's not silk, it's that poly stuff. And I'm like, why is this so much? So I'm really into looking at fabrics these days, especially if it's at a higher price point. So, what is a dream collab you want in the future? That is a very good question. Honestly, I would love to work for a brand in which they hire me to truly be their brand ambassador for like a few years, where like monthly or quarterly I work with them and showcase my love for the brand, showcase their new products, showcase their new styles for each season. And I think that'll be so much fun. Like I love Saks. I think it'd be amazing to do that with Saks because I'm always on their website. I'm always perusing. I'm always buying stuff. Like literally my whole bachelorette trip wardrobe was from Saks. Maybe even the Outnet. I love Gap. I'm a Gap girl. I think they have amazing things. So being a brand ambassador for Gap. Yeah, I love pajamas as well. I don't know if y'all know that. So I think it'd be great to have like a pajama line with a brand. Anyway, those are my goals for now. Oh yeah, two more. Being in your 30s, ambitious, and dating can be tough. When did you know he was the one? Why, yes, it can be tough. And I was there. Okay, I was right with you, girl. I would say enjoy where you are right now. Enjoy the season of life that you're in right at this moment. Because God makes no mistakes. You are meant to be doing exactly what you were doing for an exact reason and purpose. Continue to live in that purpose. Continue to love, and be excited when others are flourishing. Be excited when others meet the love of their life, or when they get married, or when they have a child, or when they buy a house. Like, that is one thing I can say about me confidently. I ain't never been no hater. That is not even in my vocabulary. And it baffles me when people are so mad at other people's success in lives for no reason. Then they just want what's theirs. But what someone else has is not for you at all. Because if it was for you, you could easily take it and you wouldn't be mad about it. Like, if that makes sense. So I would just say, enjoy what you're doing now. Love is going to come at the exact moment. And that's what I did. Like, I literally enjoyed being single. I would take myself out on dates. I would go sit at the bar and have a drink and a Caesar salad and fries. Y'all know Caesar salad and fries, okay? I would go shopping by myself. I would go to the movies by myself, matinees, because that's scary at night. Just for me. I'm a scaredy cat. And I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed spending time alone with myself. I enjoyed loving myself. And I will say this, because a lot of the times we don't have the one yet because we're stuck on someone who's not supposed to be with us, who you're truly not supposed to be with. And so I used to tell myself this and not listen to myself because I was stuck on someone who I wasn't supposed to be with. And I would tell my friends this, is this the love story that you want to tell your grandchildren or your future children or whoever? And if you have to think about that, that is not the person for you. Charles and I's love story is so special to me. It's so exciting. It makes me smile and think and be happy about that time in our lives. And I always like ask him, we're like, remember that night we fell in love? Y'all remember that Luther Vandross song, The Night We Fell in Love, or The Night I Fell in Love? Like, that's literally the soundtrack to Charles and I's relationship. So I would say continue to do you, continue to be ambitious, continue to keep it moving and keep it going and do all the things you want to do. Love will come to you. And if you need to, drop that man, okay? Because if you're with someone and you think, oh, we have history, or we've been together for so long, or, you know, it's okay sometimes. Like, no, it's not meant to be. And let me tell you, when you drop them, you're gonna feel like a weight has lifted off your shoulders. When you let go of something that's really not meant for you, what's really meant for you, it's going to take its place. Y'all know that meme when God has like that huge teddy bear behind him and little kids like, but I love it, or I want it. It's like a little small teddy bear. That's like kind of where this is going. So what are the best things that's happened for you so far this year? And this is the last question. So this is really nice because the year just started. So I would say there's a few really great things that have happened. And number one will obviously be my wedding, but we haven't gotten married yet. So that'll be the best thing that has happened. Lord willing, speaking life into it. And I would say the number one thing is continuing to be very close to God. Like Charles reads the Bible, okay? And I never really read the Bible like that. I would read scriptures and devotionals and things like that, but like he's got me into reading my Bible, just continuing to grow my relationship with God. That has been a really amazing thing that has happened to me this year. Another really great thing is I've already landed 2 paid brand partnerships, which I'm really excited about. One was Anthropologie Weddings. I have like a second collab with them, which is fun. I hope it's not the last. That's on TikTok if you want to check it out. And then I have another really great brand partnership that I don't have to post it as user-generated content, but those are really fun to make because you just give it to the brand and they pay you and they like what you do. So I'll probably still try to share it though. And then the third thing is just continuing to live this life with my baby, with my Charles, my everything. He literally, I always tell him this, even on my worst day, it's still the best day ever because I get to spend it with you, and nothing compares to that. Like, he is just so wonderful and my rock and my best friend and love of my life. So those were the questions, y'all. I don't know how long this has been, but I'm gonna edit it as much as I can. Thank you for staying here as long as you did. My next video, I do think I want to do a recap of my bridal shower. I'm going home or going back to LA to do some wedding things and have my bridal shower. And I think that'll be fun to capture content for and put it on YouTube. So I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. Bye.